Corio had the use. They went in 16 times for a matter of about 11 goals, I think it was, so that's the difference.
So we'll see how the Tigers can go in the third quarter. Try and get back into the game. And start off the third term, 13-482 Corio, Bannockburn 4-630. Savanka up against Lister as they started the game. In the middle for their respective sides, they go up and Lister gets it down towards Ryan, who's parked himself in the middle as well. Lister gets the clearing kick towards half forward. Matty King back there for Corio. Also back there was McNamara running across Lindsay. Can't take it with him, close to the boundary line. Booley. He's rushed over by King, tried to keep the ball in, couldn't do so effectively. And we'll have a boundary throw in. 40 metres around from the Bannockburn goal.
Confidence is a major thing, Laurie. It would appear Corio not going with a loose man in defence in the third quarter.
Yeah, I suppose they've got a lead like that, Eric. I guess they can afford to try and attack.
So a boundary throw in. Walton falls short, goes towards Savanka. Pilgrim through the middle. Has got it, shuffles the footy out towards Broome, off a step towards Mullane Grant, used the body against Dabrowski. Dabrowski now over the top of it. Ryan also fighting hard for it. Pack develops 10 metres out from the Bannockburn goal. And we will have a ball up. So they pushed Mullane Grant back to the square, one out with Dabrowski. Had a good tussle when Mullane Grant has been in the forward line. He has played a bit of the game on the ball as well. The umpire to come in and ball it up, does so now. Savanka and also Andrews. Andrews loses the footy in the middle. Booley now as well. Gets tackled. And McNamara in there. Shane Andrews dragging him off. Savanka in there as well. The umpire should just ball it up, I suspect.
Can't find the ball.
No, it's right underneath Stephen Booley, who leaves it for the umpire to pick up. So now he'll do so. Throws the ball in the air. Savanka. Andrews. Savanka gets it down. Clear tap towards Keating. Can't take it with him. Ryan over the top of it, fighting hard. Needs some support in there. The umpire will come in and ball it up.
This is all helping the Corio cause, of course. Time's ticking by.
So now about 25 metres out from the Bannockburn goal. Umpire throws the ball up again. Andrews gets it down. Barry O'Toole running onto it. Dillon. Manning's there as well. Stands in the tackle. Handball away. Ricky O'Toole wrapped up by Dwayne Broome. He got it away somehow to cousin Barry. His handball to Lazarick. Tried to tap it on. Now Woods got a bit of time. Turns it around the corner and has kicked it out of bounds on the full. So on the left back pocket, the right back pocket, Corio will have the resultant free kick.
Woods probably had more time than he realised then. He got clear and his teammates were shepherding very well for him, but the kick offline. So now we see Mullane Grant standing the mark. 2.5 minutes into the third quarter. Dabrowski about to bring the ball back in by foot. Gee, it's gone straight up in the air. In front of the pack there is Robbie Walton. Takes the mark, plays on to Lazarick by hand quickly to Manning, to Dans, back to Manning. He's run into trouble, but he's got clear. And now Corio away. Manning, long kick across the centre. And got Lee Clifford dropping back there behind his opponent. Takes the mark, handballs to Lindsay running through from half back. He's kicked right across the ground looking for Keys. Oh, luck is a fortune. The ball bounced beautifully for Keys, but unfortunately overran it. Perkins, he gets a foot to the ball. Rivet picks it up, gets a handball back into the corridor. Running onto it is Dans, back to Keys. And, Johnny Keys off the left foot. When you're hot, you're hot. That is unbelievable. It's almost an impossible shot. Johnny Keys has kicked the goal. So that's his third. And it is the first goal of the third quarter. And it's gone to Corio. 14-4-88 Corio. They lead Bannockburn 4-6-30. Lexus win them third quarter scoreboard. 4 minutes gone.
Yeah, well, that's typical of the game since the end of the first quarter. It's the first time they've ventured inside 50. Goal. Yeah. I mean, it was a lovely goal, wasn't it? I mean,
but the handball back into the corridor, Laurie. They're getting in the right position. You mentioned early in the game, wasn't any good on the boundary.
Back to the middle, Lister and Savanka. Savanka gets it down. Gaylard off centre half forward. Has got it. Tries to handball it back to Savanka. Handball out towards Walton, who runs through Ryan. Wraps him up, does well, and does very well to hold the ball up. Needs some support. Handball came back to Rees off a step. Goes towards centre half forward. King, Dillon down there as well. He goes up, takes the good mark. Matty Dillon. Outside 50, open forward line. Mullane Grant gives him a lead. Terrible kick. Keating can have the turnover. Handball was partly smothered. O'Toole was there in support. Now also coming through the middle was Woods. Gives it away to Booley and off a step kicks the goal. So Stephen Booley has put his first on the board. And a much needed one for Bannockburn. They go to 5-6-36. They trail Corio 14-4-88. And that's on Alexa Wyndham. Third quarter scoreboard, 5 minutes played.
Yeah, well, it was a handy goal, of course. And probably, if you could be a bit critical, a bit of overuse of the ball from Corio side then. But I guess that's not a bad thing into the wind.
So the ball back now with umpire Gladkey in the middle. Ball goes up. There's a whistle on play from the boundary umpire. Corio player inside the centre circle. It could have been Gaylard, I think, came in fairly quickly. But Lister takes the free kick. He's got Dylan outside 50 lead. Matty King a long way from him. And Dylan, well, the man on the mark is inside the 50-metre arc. So Dylan, that'd be a fair chance. So Dylan now moves in. Well, he's got it's gone right across the face of goal. In fact, it's missed everything by 20 metres. So a terrible kick from Dylan at the end of the day. And it's run over the boundary line and out of bounds. An opportunity went begging there for Bannockburn at the 6-minute mark into the third quarter. As the ball now returned from the crowd. I think with the game basically gone, the crowd seems to have diminished a little. But the ball thrown in. Walton tapped forward. Running through was Ryan, but unfortunately can't get clear of that tackle. And
free kick.
Holding the ball.
Oh, dear, oh dear. That's incredible.
Darren Ryan can't believe it.
Well, I'm amazed. So Ricky O'Toole with the free kick in the back pocket.
So O'Toole, with Ryan standing the mark, goes along looking for Gaylard and Dabrowski. They can raffle it. Gaylard takes the mark. At half back, chips it towards Clifford in front. Takes the mark easily in front of Perkins. Now plays on. Goes the right foot kick towards Manning, who can't stand up. Can't take the mark. White clearing kick back towards centre wing. Ryan can't trap it. Lindsay over him. Umpire says play on. Lister tried to get the handball away. Lazarick now off a step. Rees towards half forward. Dabrowski stands. Takes the mark in front of Mullane. Grant.
Some half-time scores. East Geelong 12-12 lead West Geelong 2-6. And Belmont Lions 9-9. Trail Werribee Central's 10-6. North Geelong 7-9. Belpo still 6-7.
McNamara took the mark on centre wing from Dabrowski. Handball from Dan. Sets up his teammate in Manning. Now Ryan tries to kick it off the ground. Dan's. He's wrapped up. Savanka wrapped up. Ricky O'Toole breaks away. Handball over the top towards McNamara. Under pressure. Right foot kick towards half forward. Coming out Barry O'Toole. Tried to trap it. Brooms there as well for Bannockburn. That's Aaron. Now pack develops around there. Hinchcliffe in there as well. Clifford breaks free. Off a step. Goes long towards Rivet against Henderson. Oh, got his name written on it. Chad Rivet stands in the goal square and will line up for goal number 3 for him.
That was a basketball take, Laurie, wasn't it?
Could be a late inclusion in the interleague, I reckon.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
Do worse than having him standing in the goal square plucking marks out, couldn't you?
Well,
He's done it today.
I'll tell you what, he's pretty close up in their best players. I'll give you the drum.
Well, he's kicked his third, so that won't hurt him getting 3.
No, he missed it.
What? I'm not going blind. I might need those glasses. Yeah. One behind.
That's a bad miss. You don't need him.
He's not in the interleague now. 14-5-89, Corio, Bannockburn 5-6-36. Lexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 8.5 minutes played.
I guess in his defence, the goal umpire didn't move all that far, I must confess.
Jeez.
Certainly looked all right from here.
He's not remonstrating too much. I think if he was blatant, he would have.
He's very mild-mannered, Chad.
So Robbie Henderson, well, it's gone the torpedo, and he got hold of it. Almost centre wing, and there's the mark taken by Hickleton on half-back flank. Plays on quickly.
Oh.
He's tried a torpedo as well. That one hasn't gone so well, but it's well clear of the centre. Coming onto the... Oh, Lindsay does well. Handball to Ricky O'Toole, and here go Corio. Got Manning. He's made the lead on centre wing. It's over his head. He can run onto the footy. Use his speed. Good shepherding there from Rickert. Well done. And Manning, well, he's kicked it along the boundary line. Have they been able to keep it in play? They have. Until now, it is over the boundary line.
Yep.
And ball will be thrown in. So the ball half forward flank for Corio on the western side here of Shell Oval. As Gaylard comes forward to do the ruck work against Lister. Tries to take the footy, doesn't get it. Lazarick does well. Burrows through the pack there, gets a handball clear. Neither side can really get the ball clear until It's kicked over and on the full by the Bannockburn players, and there's young Rickert about to be handed the footy. So Rickert there, half forward flank, kicks it, well, doesn't get all that inboard, but gee, Rivet seems to be...
great roving.
And Eamon Charles rode the pack beautifully, and I'd say has certainly kicked this one. Another goal to Corio. First for Eamon Charles, and the 15th for the Corio side. 15-5, 95 Corio. They lead Bannockburn 5-6-36. Lexington Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 10 minutes gone. And I just thought Rivet was probably not allowed to get to the contest, was held back, but gee, didn't Charles rove it well, Laurie?
Yeah, he rode beautifully onto it, and it's signs of danger, isn't it?
It's sort of the Thompson game all over again, although it started at quarter time today.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it is difficult to see where sides can match up to Corio at the present moment. We've seen the so-called other top sides in Thompson and Bannockburn, and gee, they have struggled.
Well, I think Jason made a good observation half-time. I mean, this is the second side they're playing, and, you know, this is not a game, mate. It's a shame.
So back to the middle. 15-5 playing 5-6. Savanka up against Lister. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Savanka gets it down. Lesrick in there. Dan's handball to Clifford running past. Now Broome can chop it off. His kick smothered though. Fighting hard for it. Ricky O'Toole gives it away. Running past Dan's. Gives it to Manning. Usually a good finisher this time. Chips it to Barry O'Toole. Gets a hand to it. Can't take the mark. Gets a push in the back. No free kick. Still on hands and knees. Got it away to Dan's. Keys held up in the tackle. The umpire will come in and ball it up about 35 metres out from the Corio goal.
Hasn't Lazarick given us some bite around that middle today?
He's in his league.
Underrated. Very underrated. Now from the ruck contest, Higgled in with a clearing kick was smothered. Ricky O'Toole shuffled the handball out to Savanka, couldn't take it with him. Now Woods kick off the ground by Ryan, goes towards centre wing. McNamara keeps his feet. Rees though chops it off and goes. Oh, terrible little kick in. But Ronnie Pilgrim can't take the mark. Tried to make something out of nothing, couldn't take it. Still in the middle of the ground. The umpire will come in and ball it up.
That Ronnie stretching like that was almost hammy material, wasn't it? He really stretched hard to get to that.
So now a ball up in the middle of the ground. Savanka and Lister. Neither get an effective tap. Should have been a high tackle. The umpire was
he was blinded.
Blinded, out of sight, yeah. And that was Rees who got a high tackle, but the umpire couldn't see it. So it will be another bounce in the middle of the ground for Lister and Savanka. The umpire throws it up now. Savanka gets it down towards Lazarick. Fresh air shot. Dillon holds at the umpire just as Dillon was running away. And Rick Lazarick will take it in the middle. Handballs it off to Ricky O'Toole. Surprise, surprise. Usually pretty good with these sort of kicks. Goes towards Cousin Barry, who plucks the mark out of the air in front of David White. 50 out from goal. Now chips it over the top towards the pocket. Manning did well, read it better, and great weighted kick by Barry O'Toole.
He's run from this wing in front of us, Manning.
And has marked the ball 25 metres out.
What's that, 100 metres Laurie's run?
Yeah, he knows where to go to get a kick. That's the important thing. It's all right to run all those distances, but you've got to run into the right spots. Yeah. And he seems to have the he's been around a bit. He's played some pretty good footy. He's played with Chris Tarrant, so that's a pretty good effort.
So Shane Manning comes in, and I think he's missed it. He has, so 3 for 1 behind, 1 goal, 1 his personal tally, and Corio go to 15-6-96. They lead Bannockburn 5-6-36. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard, 14 minutes played.
So Robbie Henderson, he's given the torpedo away, a lovely little chip pass, and found Alistair Woods on half back. He dropped the mark. He's now forced to handball, gets it to Hinchcliffe. Hinchcliffe a little chip pass further forward. He's found Broome, and Broome runs to the middle of the ground for Bannockburn. Well, luck's a fortune. Burley, he went forward, Lindsay went backwards, and the ball fell into the arms there of Burley. Now chips the ball high to the full forward position, and on this occasion, Tom Mullane Grant, name written all over it, and 2 hands, 1 grab, and nothing much that Andy Dabrowski can do about that one. So Mullane Grant has taken the mark. Dabrowski standing the mark is 25 metres from goal, 45-degree angle, and we're right behind the kick this time for Tom Mullane Grant. Has one to his credit. To say that Bannockburn need a goal is an understatement at this point in time. So Malane Grant there moves in. Wind seems to have dropped a little bit.
Oh.
It's an absolutely atrocious kick, and well, I think the goal umpire is going to be kind and give him a behind. So 5-7-37 Bannockburn. They trail Corio 15-6-96. Lexers are winning the third quarter scoreboard. 15 minutes gone.
That's what happens when your confidence is shot, doesn't it, Laurie?
Yeah, well, I don't like to see the youngsters. He didn't. There was no conviction in that kick whatsoever, and that's not good when you're 18 and you're 19 year old. I don't reckon.
Dabrowski chip in towards Charles, takes the mark. Handballs are back to Dabrowski. Goes with the right foot kick towards centre wing. McNamara makes some ground up. Oh, can't take the mark. Free kick though, over the shoulder. So McNamara, half back flank for the Devils. Goes to the right foot kick, which is smothered. Partly. Now Keys, handball towards Gaylard, over the top towards Clifford on half forward. Goes to the right foot kick, chips it towards Lazarick, and Lazarick takes the mark.
Oh, gee.
Now Lazarick goes long towards the goal square. Barry O'Toole used the body.
No, paid the push.
Oh, free kick. Uh-oh. Oh, lucky it went straight back to Aaron Broome, that the spiral throwback. He gave it back to Aaron Broome, who will go on towards Hickleton. Can't take the mark off hands. Manning. Feigned the handball. Now goes the left foot kick out to call the lead from Rivet. And he's taken the mark on the boundary line, 45 metres out. Somebody's called him in. It's called Gaylard. And he's taken the mark uncontested in a left forward pocket. He's kicked 1-1 this afternoon. Judd Gaylard, pretty acute angle on the boundary line, but only 15 metres out. See what he does. He comes round, called to play on now.
Out of bounds.
How can that be?
Must be if you take...
If he's outside the line and you don't run straight.
He ran around. Yeah. He ran around. It's play on. Throw in. Must be.
Was that the... do you reckon that might have been the rule of the week?
That's a fair possibility. Fair possibility for the boundary umpires.
We love them. We love the men in white. They do a great job. Boundary throw in. Giles gets it away. Dans leads in the race to the footy at half forward. Turns it over his shoulder. Goes back towards Clifford. Coming at it was a bully. Turnover Giles. Chips it out wide towards Rees on centre wing for Bannockburn. Now Rees. Goes with the right foot kick towards centre half forward. Terrible kick off the boot. Walton stands there. Can't take the mark. Stanford. Ryan. Oh, great play again. Puts his body on the line. Darren Ryan. And takes the free kick just inside the centre square at centre half forward. Done that a few times today. Chips the ball over the top towards the lead of Andrews. Off hands. Bolchevek. But only as far as Rees, who can run in from 50, go high and long towards the goal square. Woods, over the back, off hands. Woods is still there, should kick the goal. No, he doesn't. Great play by the Corio defence. And they break free. King goes out wide, looking for Rickett. Can he keep it in? I don't think he can. And it's out of bounds for a throw in 50 metres around from the Bannockburn goal.
I don't know whether Lee Clifford might have hurt him, so he slipped going for that mark. And I don't know whether somebody fell on him, but he's just come off the ground. So the ball out of bounds now, where the 50-metre arc intercepts the boundary line. Half-forward flank for Bannockburn, kicking to the southern end in this third quarter, and certainly the breeze seems to have dropped substantially. Broome tried to crash his way through. Great tackle there by Matty McNamara, and paid holding the ball. So not too much going right for Bannockburn at the moment as McNamara now looks for options further up the field. Decides to go long. It's gone to centre wing. In front there is Rickett. Can't take the mark. Comes off hands. Now it's almost stacks on the mill, although Lister eventually picks the footy up. And, well, gee, I thought that might have been a push in the back to Burley, but not paid as Corio with a series of handballs. Get it to McNamara finally. The ball is smothered by Zara and Charles. Is it across on centre wing? They're a bit difficult to see with players around them. Certainly as Charles tried to push the ball clear, the umpire had blown the whistle. So the ball on true centre wing in front of the change rooms here at Shell Oval. We'll put the ball in the air. Be a number of players around the footy. A few now starting to break clear and make position as the ball goes in the air. Savanka and Lister. The ball comes toward the boundary, picked up there by Hinchcliffe on the left foot. Oh, great diving mark by Toby Lindsay on half-back. Handball quickly to Ricky O'Toole. Ronnie Pilgrim's chasing him pretty hard. Handball over.
Oh.
Finally, Ricky O'Toole gets put down after the handball. Too sure Ronnie Pilgrim seemed to disappear from the scene fairly quickly. So now umpire Ryan's having a bit to say. Everyone's trying to umpire the game at the moment, but umpire Gladkey's quite firm in his conviction. The free kick is Ricky O'Toole's. He handballs quickly to Bolshevik, plays on now, kicks wide. The lead has come there from Rickert, and it takes a strong mark on his chest diving forward. Shows a bit of class, this fella Jace, he might be good tomorrow. So Rickert now, well, the kick's not so good, it's gone along the boundary line, and in the way there is Hickleton. Put the moz on him.
Put the moz on him.
He gets the ball well though. So Hickleton, long kick back to centre wing. At the back is Giles, can't take the mark. Comes back onto the footy, however, picks it up quickly. Kicks into the forward half, attacking the football. Dabrowski going, hasn't done too much wrong today. Hooked it back. I don't think he knew Ricky O'Toole was there, but Ricky O'Toole took the mark. Handball to Bolshevik, over to Lazaric. Well, Darren Ryan does well in the middle there. Well, I think he might get a free kick out of that. Darren Ryan went pretty hard over the top of Ricky O'Toole, and the ball was under all of them, and the umpire was right there. At centre half forward for the Bannockburn side. 21 minutes into the third quarter, puts the ball in the air. Lister, the only one to fly for the footy, gets it down. Dan's brought to ground. There's some pretty fierce tackling in there, and that's a good sign for top sides. As Walton kicks the ball towards the outer wing, marked by Hickleton once again. On the left foot, drives it forward. It's Tom Malone Grant against Matt McNamara. He puts a bit of pressure on McNamara. Picked up by Walton, handball over the top. Nobody there to help him, however, but the boundary line is. So at the 22-minute mark of the third quarter, it's Corio 15-6-96, lead Bannockburn 5-7-37.
A boundary throw in. Walton to do the ruck work for Corio. Up against Lister. Lister works to the front, Broom over the back. Now Lazaric, can he pick it up? Yes, he can. Slick little handball to Ricky O'Toole, goes towards the middle. Perkins stands his ground, takes the mark in front of Gaylard. Plays on quickly, laterally kicks the ball to Giles, runs through centre wing now, holds it up. You know, on the bootstraps, Woods loses the footy. Charles, turnover, back to Lindsay. Handball, back inboard to Lazaric. Mucking around with it a bit in the middle. Lindsay, kick off the ground by Gaylard. Creates a bit of space for himself on centre wing. Goes with the outside of the right boot. That's a great kick to Rickett, who takes the mark. Now he goes long towards full forward. Rivet comes out. The big man tries to tap it on. Now through the middle, Aaron Broom wants to save to the boundary line. Foot race. And I think Stanford and Gaylard will lose out to the boundary line, and it will be a throw in. Left half forward flank. Corio into attack. They lead 15-6, Bannockburn 5-7. 59 points of difference. Boundary throw in. Gaylard in front. Lister got it down. Charles through the middle. Did well at pace. Picked it up and goes a left foot kick and has missed. And deserved a goal, aim on Charles. That's twice now. We've seen him do that. Run at pace. Front and centre. And he, on this occasion, kicked it behind. So they go to 15-7-97 Corio and Bannockburn 5-7-37. Lexa Wyndham third quarter scoreboard. 23 minutes played.
Just wonder, Laurie, the longish grass, it's an excellent coverage, but the heaviness of the ground to some degree, there seem to be a few tired legs out there at late in the third quarter.
Yeah, we talked about that before, Eric, with the long grass. I guess it does take it out you a little bit, but, you know, these guys are into the 8th round now. They should be pretty fit.
Well, from the kick in, Rickett took a nice mark in front of the pack, goes to the lead there of Johnny Keys, and has taken the mark inside 50. Decides to play on. He's tipped it towards Shane Manning. Dylan, he came in, but great pick up there by Lazaric. And, great defence by Bannockburn. Prepared to concede a behind at the finish because the Corio players tried very, very hard to kick a goal. Neither of them could get a foot to the ball. Barry O'Toole and Chad Rivet. 15-8-98 Corio. They lead Bannockburn 5-7-37. Lexus win them third quarter scoreboard.
Henderson kicks in, finds Hickleton, and Mark will have to come back. It was off hands there. Woods tried to play on, but it'll come back to Sam Hickleton, who took the mark at left half back for the Tigers. Called to play on now. Chips the ball towards Pilgrim, takes the mark. Now he goes back inboard looking for Dwayne Broom, told to hold the footy up and does so. He goes wide towards centre wing. Oh, got getting back there, Dans, but off his hands. Rees off a step, goes long towards Andrews against McNamara. Punch away, good defensive play, Matty Mack. But in front, Bully. Can he get around? He can a couple. Goes with the right foot, screws it back, and has missed through 4, 1 behind. Stephen Bully, 1 goal, 1 his personal tally. They go to 5-8-38. Bannockburn, Corio 15-8-98. That's on Alexa Wyndham, third quarter scoreboard, 25 minutes played.
Out at Anarchy, they must be having a bit of problem with the Travellers because three-quarter time is gone. Inverleigh 6-12 lead Anarchy 6-1. So Ricky O'Toole does the kicking in and looked for Kevin Dans. It was intercepted by Burley and has had another pot shot. It's gone across the face and has missed. 1-2 is his tally, but it is the 9th behind for Bannockburn. 5-9-39. They lead. Sorry, they trail Corio 15-8-98. Lexus will win the third quarter scoreboard. 25.5 minutes gone.
So Dabrowski kicks in from fullback, looks for Manning. It's okay, takes the mark, still inside defensive 50. Chips the ball back to Dabrowski. Now he goes laterally to McNamara in the right back pocket. He takes the mark. Ryan comes at him. He's called to play on. Gets around Ryan. Shrugs the tackle, goes wide, looking for King. Uses his body against Stanford. Off hands, Bolchevic's there. Runs through centre wing. Right foot kick long towards the half-forward flank. Keys to make up a bit of ground. Wants it to bounce back towards him. He can keep it in. Now Hinchcliffe against him. Keeps his feet. Coming at it, Barry O'Toole as well. Keys picks it up. No doubt will chip it over the top towards Rivet. And takes the mark, the big man. So Chad Rivet, who's kicked 2 goals, 2 this afternoon to line up for goal number 3.
Laurie, once he puts his body in front, he's very difficult for them to get round. Like Robbie Henderson's got long arms, but he can't get near him.
Yeah, look, he's a big boy, isn't he? And he's going to be a very good player for him in the finals. There's no doubt about when the grounds are really, when it's sunny.
You missed that.
He needs to come to your kicking skill, though, possibly, just to get a little bit
he kicked it.
Just a little bit. What? Oh.
He's kicked it.
Well, I tell you, we were right behind that, Laurie. He's missed by 2 metres. Fair dinkum.
I wasn't watching. I'm trying to get my headset working again.
The crowd in front of us are all Corio people, and they cannot believe it.
I think that's a square off then.
That fair dinkum missed by 2 metres.
I can't talk. I'm flabbergasted.
I was right. We were right behind the kick.
It's nearly gone in the kitchen window of the second house along behind the behind post.
It has. No, that missed by 2 metres. Oh. A goal to Chad Rivet.
Ah, good work, Chad. You have to go and visit Laurie. Don't worry about it. Back in the middle, Lister. And Savanka goes towards Ricky O'Toole. Shuffles the handball towards Lazarick. Dans is there. Pushed off the footy. Now Bennett over the top of it.
Holding the ball.
Oh, he played for a free kick for over the shoulder and didn't get one. Got holding the ball. Ryan from the middle for Bannockburn. Goes long. The lead on from Andrews. King in front. Can't take the mark. Gets a push. Should be a free kick and is. Advantage paid, is it? Yes, it is. Lindsay. Runs from half back, goes towards the middle of the ground. Savanka leaves it for Charles. Right foot kick towards half forward. Bennett takes the mark.
Oh.
Got the loose player, Rickett, but he turns inside on the left foot, goes towards Manning, and they chop it off. White has taken the mark at centre half back for Bannockburn. 16-8, 104 Corio. They lead Bannockburn 5-9-39. White with a tumbling punt towards half back. Giles takes the mark under pressure from Bennett. For Bannockburn, chips it over the top towards centre wing. It's okay. Dillon takes the mark. Called to play on now. Runs around towards centre half forward. Rees goes up over his head, coming out Andrews. McNamara handball away towards Lindsay. Goes over the top of Savanka's head. Foot race now the big ruckman. Here comes Lister. Comes at him now. Woods. Savanka did pretty well. Held in the tackle. Eldridge goes to the right foot, kick out wide, looking for Amon Charles in front of White. He's got Keys in support. Left foot kick around the corner towards the boundary line. And has it stayed in? No, it hasn't. It's out of bounds. For a throw in. Left half forward flank, Corio into attack.
That's the thing I like about Corio. You see at that contest there, Laurie Rivet had come 45 metres from goal and they've still got Barry O'Toole sitting in the square.
Yeah, they're playing very, very good football at the moment, all over the ground, even on the back line here before. They were prepared to switch play and do those little things that are pretty important in a team structure.
From the ruck contest, Bannockburn run it out. Rees got it away to Ryan. He goes long to centre half forward. Andrews comes out. McNamara is there, but they double back well. Corio with numbers. Lindsay's there. Bolchevik as well, and he clears the ball towards a vacant half-back flank. Foot race, Dans and also Bully. Will it stay in for them? I think it might. Coming at it, Dans. Oh, he went the ball. He went the man, and Bully went the ball, and he got it. Got it to the coach, Darren Ryan, who will shoot for goal from 50 metres out. Might be a little bit too far out to score.
Looking to kick it off there, and the player wasn't ready for him.
So Darren Ryan.
He's worked pretty hard today, Darren Ryan. I think he's feeling the effects a bit.
Yeah, well, well, it's a good sign, Eric. His team hasn't played so well, but the coach's performance has been tremendous.
Given it everything he's got, falls short by 10 metres. Pack develops at the back. Malane Grant has taken a great mark. 15 metres out. Slide angle. And his last kick for goal will he won't want to remember, but hopefully he can make amends here. For Bannockburn, 6th on the siren. Corio will finish at 16.8, 104. And Tom Malane Grant
He's got it.
has squeezed it in, I think, for a goal. His second, and that leaves Bannockburn at 6-9-45 at three-quarter time in that third term. Corio managed 3 goals, 4, while Bannockburn managed 2 goals, 3, and at three-quarter time, the goal kickers for Corio, 3 each to John Keys, Barry O'Toole and Chad Rivet, 2 to Lee Clifford, and singles to Shane Manning, Amon Charles, Darren Bennett, Judd Gaylard and Steve Rickett. While for Bannockburn, 2 to Tom Malane Grant, singles to Nathan Lewis, Steve Booley, Sam Hickleton and to Shane Andrews. It's three-quarter time in our matchday live coverage. Bannockburn 6-9-45, Trail Corio 16-8, 104. We'll take a break, back with the final quarter action of our matchday live coverage on 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.